Yo, what is up guys? Why can't we back again? Continuing, what if Deku was the reincarnation of Yoriichi? Damn, you guys seem to enjoy this what if, so I'm pretty much continuing it. Not only that, it's kind of my redemption arc for not uploading for 2 months. So yeah. And before this video begins, I just want to say I have a Discord server link in the description. Make sure to join it. I also have the Meister Clan Reddit where you can post epic memes and be an epic memer. So yeah, without further ado, let's just hop into this what if.
I got your attention, spending that moolah. I'm a chop poppin' pocket, swolla. Swolla.
Last time Midoriya was able to apply for UA, so he could finally become a hero. And well, he was also given one for all by All Might. And everything there was quite normal, other than destroying a few robots. He was also able to destroy the 0-point robot with his knife. Well, not knife, his sword, which he was carrying. A lot of people thought that was kind of cheating, but with the help of All Might, who said it was okay, as Midoriya is quite a treasure for Midoriya and it's part of his quirk. And so everyone kinda ignored it. Except for the teachers who were quite surprised at what All Might just said. Midoriya would spend his week at home until he would get his letter. His mom would burst running into the room, telling him that the letter has come. Midoriya would open it, and to his surprise, would find All Might in the well, not really All Might, a hologram of All Might. All Might would congratulate Midoriya for getting the highest score in the whole of UA, and heck, it's a new record. Which Midoriya isn't surprised at all, or heck, he doesn't even show much emotion. He's kind of just glad that he's made it in. He even gets informed that a girl, the girl that he bumped into twice, decided to give him a few points, which he's kind of confused about. I don't remember doing anything to her. And well, Midoriya ignores that, and well, isn't really excited because he's a bit different from the original story. Midoriya gets ready the next day to go to UA. On arrival, everything's pretty normal. He looks for Class 1A and successfully does find it. Though, on entering, he sees two familiar faces. This is Ida and Bakugo. It seems Ida is, well, scolding Bakugo for putting his feet on furniture. And so Midoriya ignores it and goes to take a seat. As he takes his seat, everyone in the whole class just turns around and looks at him, and Bakugo doesn't really give a damn that Midoriya is here. But also kind of surprised that Midoriya was able to make it. And kinda ignores it, and Ida, well, being Ida, goes up to Midoriya and asks him how he did it, how did he destroy the 0-point robot. And Midoriya simply says, with hard work. And Bakugo kinda laughs. Well, kind of. And a few seconds later, Uraraka walks in. And she's quite surprised to see Midoriya here and quite happy at the same time. She runs over to Midoriya and thanks him for helping her. And Midoriya says, I was just trying to destroy the robot. And Midoriya simply says, I recommend you keep quiet. The teacher's here. And everyone gets confused, except for Bakugo, because he does see the teacher. And Midoriya keeps silent. And a strange man in, well, a sleeping bag starts speaking. You guys should be more like Midoriya. He actually was able to sense me that I was here. Well, anyways, get your sports uniform and meet me outside. And so everything here on happens the same. And time for the test that Aizawa gave in the original story. It goes quite normal for, well, some people, but for Midoriya, he does get a higher mark. And because of his strength and one for all, he actually gets way higher, maybe top 5 I would say. And which is kind of no surprise for the rest of everyone, since, yeah. Oh, and about for expelling, in the story, Mineta won't be expelled. Mineta will stay, because I usually expel him in my other orders. But for this one, he can stay. He can stay. He's Mineta. He'll figure out something out to become a good hero. And well, yeah, everything here much is the same. They go to class, and it's normal stuff, you know, school. And well, they hear a familiar voice. And well, a voice that they've all heard on television. It's All Might. Watashi dashita. I totally said that wrong. And well, All Might tells everyone that we will be doing heroes versus villains. You get the point. You'll understand it, don't worry. So All Might will take them to what seems to be pretty much an abandoned city. All Might will explain the rules, and he'll say they'll be split up in 2 teams, yada yada yada. You must touch the bomb. Yeah, you get the point. Villains, hero stuff, normal stuff. So everyone, All Might would stick his hand into a box, and he would get Team A and Team B. I'm pretty sure it's Team A and Team B, which is Bakugo's team and Midoriya's team. Uraraka's quite excited that, well, it's the first round is them, and Bakugo's like, finally I get to beat the heck out of Midoriya. Midoriya doesn't really think much, and Ida's thinking, maybe I should act more like a villain now. And so they head to their respective areas with Ida and Bakugo by the bomb. Bakugo, being Bakugo, would rush in looking for Midoriya, and Midoriya would, well, simply tell Uraraka to follow him, which he would do. Bakugo would turn around the corner to see Midoriya, but the second he tries to attack Midoriya would instantly dodge it. Bakugo would go on to keep attacking him. Remember, Bakugo does not know Midoriya's pattern, so Midoriya is actually able to land a few hits on Bakugo and putting the tape around him. And so Midoriya would rush over to Ida. Well, not really, he kind of takes his time. And Uraraka would follow shortly behind, whilst Bakugo is currently dozed off. Well, Ida would kind of try to put off his villainous act and, well, try to intimidate Midoriya, which doesn't work. Midoriya tries to use his sword, but not Bakugo, All Might stops him. He's saying the use of his sword will not be allowed for this match. And Midoriya simply says, fine. He tells Uraraka to distract Ida, and well, it kind of works. Uraraka does cause a distraction, and Midoriya would rush for the bomb, which he does successfully achieving. Ida was so surprised that he never even see Midoriya. Well, he did see Midoriya move way faster than he did in the exam. And well, this time Midoriya is actually the MVP instead of Ida. And well, yeah. And Bakugo is obviously completely pissed that Midoriya literally just beat him. And well, Uraraka is excited and Midoriya is not even bothered at all. And well, the rest of the matches pretty much happen to be the same. A few days go by and Aizawa announces that they'll be going for a trip, which gets the whole class excited except for Bakugo and Midoriya. And Todoroki. Oh yeah, I forgot Todoroki was here. And so they would head over outside where, well, Ida this time would still be the class rep, and so is Yaoru. And so Ida would tell everyone, yada yada yada, you know the business, straight lines, straight stuff, get inside, shut up. Which everyone obviously does. Oh, and for the story, Midoriya's hero suit would kind of be the, wow, you'd take Tanjiro's, normal thing he wears, and the earrings, stuff like that, and a sword, the normal stuff Tanjiro wears, with some red and some green, obviously remembering his mother and father, and well, also the color of his sword. And so, on arrival, they're greeted by 13. Uraraka obviously geeks out, saying that, oh, 13's my hero, we both have something to do with space, Uraraka stuff, money, yay. And so, everything around happens the same. 13 shows them off, shows them around the USJ, and well, everything turns into shambles when they see a black mist appear. Midoriya instantly, well, feels a strange sense, like something cold, and under the, well, not really, a huge portal opens up and a bunch of people come out. The students start to think that, no, it's just part of the thing, maybe it's a test or something. But Midoriya looking at Bakugo, well no, Bakugo looking at Midoriya realizes that it's not. He starts to think that's something suspicious. Out coming from the portal comes out, well, someone with what seems to be hands all over his body, and behind him is a giant monster. No, this isn't the Nomu. Well, it kinda is the Nomu, but quite different from the original Nomu. Midoriya, looking at this weird creature, instantly takes a battle stance, grabbing his sword, and is instantly stopped by Aizawa. Aizawa tells the students to run, but before they can, a black portal, well, the black mist, appears under them, and they are all teleported to different locations. Midoriya is obviously teleported with Asui and Mineta. Midoriya doesn't really care about what's happening. His main goal is to kill that giant monster, whatever it was. And so, Tsu would ask Midoriya what his ability is. Midoriya wouldn't really answer, and well, she would ask Mineta, and Mineta would talk about the sticky ball stuff, being a pervert, Justice for Mineta, I'm kidding. I don't like that brat. So, well, Midoriya would instantly vanish, like completely vanish, and leaving Tsu and, Mineta behind, which kind of pisses them off. And, well, Midoriya's main goal seems to be to eliminate that giant monster. Midoriya would appear to the side to seeing Aizawa fighting by himself, with 13 to be injured. And so, well, Midoriya's focus is mainly on the giant monster, and doesn't really give a damn about Shigaraki. Takes a stance, and instantly charges for the Nomu, and cuts the Nomu's hand off. And Shigaraki did not anticipate this. Well, how the hell did he cut that thing? How is he so fast, Stuff like that, Shigaraki stuff. Shigaraki gets quite surprised at this, and tries to touch Midoriya. But before he can, is instantly stopped by what seems to be a familiar voice. I am here! All Might's back to the rescue, yay! All Might appears right on time, and which quite shocks Shigaraki, and he never expected, All Might to be a bit late. Well, he did expect All Might to be here, but not really that late. And so, All Might would go on to attack Shigaraki, and would be instantly stopped by the Nomu monster. Why do I keep calling it monster? No. Let's just call it a Nomu for now, because, well, it's not really the same Nomu from you get the point later on in the story. All Might would realize that this monster is not taking any damage at all, and it seems to be missing a hand. Just when he thinks its hand pretty much regenerates and gives a blow to All Might into the wound that he had gotten. All Might would go flying right into a wall. Midoriya, seeing this, would go back into a stance and would you say, sun breathing, third form, and would hit a kind of like an X slash into the giant monster, which would pretty much separate it into 4 pieces. And this would shock Shigaraki, and Shigaraki would get so angry and try to charge at Midoriya, but he's instantly stopped by All Might, and the Nomu is pretty much on the ground and couldn't save Shigaraki. Kurogiri instantly, protects Shigaraki and says that we need to go. We weren't anticipating this kid to be so strong. Well, one of the students to be strong. And so Shigaraki would leave. Well, leaving the Nomu behind. But the Nomu would instantly regenerate. And All Might would try to attack it, but to no avail. Midoriya would say, well, your attacks won't work on it. Midoriya would start to close his eyes and breathe. And with a single slash, cuts the monster's head off. And a few seconds later, the giant monster would slowly start to turn into dust, which would shock All Might. He would simply ask, how was he able to do it? And Midoriya would simply say, this monster was no artificial monster that was created by them. It seems to also be a demon, which would kind of shock All Might. But he wouldn't really think much of it. And All Might wouldn't turn into his skinny form, and wouldn't have to hide because, well, he never had to push himself. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed this part of What If Deku was the reincarnation of Yoriichi. You guys really love the series, and I really love making what ifs, kind of, not really, but yeah, you get the point, you know. I'm sorry if this part kinda sucks. I never had a script today. I was kind of in a rush, so it would kind of sound a bit off. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be seeing you guys in the next part.